So I'm Philip Siberg, I'm Swedish. I am a serial entrepreneur, medical device space, started a number of companies, 2 IPOs, sold a couple, taken them global, and started Coala Life about 5 years ago. Based on my own experiences, everybody was working too hard, you get palpitations, you end up in the ER, you think you're dying, and you realize nobody's following me. So what we're doing with Coala is really a digital health venture on a mission to democratize cardiology and to make it available for everybody, anytime, anywhere, to analyze and follow your heart. So it's based on a 10-year research project. I've raised about $21 million to make this happen. 25 patents in the portfolio. It's all about real-time technology, and our solutions are used by about 250 healthcare providers. We have CE approval, so we launched in Europe 2017. We just went to the market in the US with FDA clearance, and I just relocated myself, so I live in Laguna Beach, so I have this weather every day. So the beauty with this is that it's patient-friendly, provider-friendly, and payer-friendly. We want to help to reduce costs for the US society. We want to help providers get a better scope and higher diagnostics, more reimbursement, and really lower the price for the payers. Right, so the background of this is really arrhythmias. That's where we start. In the US, there's about 75 to 73 million visits every year that people go to their primary care cardiologist with palpitation type of problems. So this is the second most common reason for going to the cardiologist. And this is really fueled by phenomenal consumer devices. So there's a lot of cool watches and bracelets and all kinds of stuff out there. The problem with these things is that the positive predictive value or the false positive rates are about 50%. So it's wrong about 50% of the times. So this is really pushing a lot of people, which is great, into healthcare, but it needs better solutions to diagnose these patients. So if you look at the industry today, typically if you end up in a cardiologist today, they will put a halter on you, which is the picture to the left. And this has been around for the 1960s. You wear patches, you have cables all over you, you wear it for 24 hours. It's absolutely terrible, it never finds anything. So then came this really cool American companies that disrupted this, the first generation. They took away the cables, you put a patch on, you wear it for like a week or two, you tear it off, it hurts like crazy. You send it in an envelope and you wait for 4 weeks to get a result. Very nice, offline, very reimbursement friendly for the company, not for the practitioner. So what we've done is flip this around. So it's all real time. You prescribe it to the patient. You get your results instantly. The provider gets it instantly, and you can do this unlimited amounts of time. So, So what we've done. Let's see if I can jump back. So really what this is really the first truly mobile patient-engaged cardiac monitoring system. So it's prescribed to the patient, and what I do with this is I have it in my pocket, I have it on my nightstand, and whenever I feel anything, or according to my clinical protocol, I connect it to my smartphone, I simply hold it to my chest 30 seconds, no sticky patches, nothing. This will then digitize my heart sound, pick up my ECG, analyze it in the cloud, and in real time, it will look for cardiac deviations, and I will get the response in my smartphone as a patient. In my connected provider, they will log into our web-based system, which is called Coala Care, and get a very thorough review of everything. So no waiting for reports, no sticky patches. And it's all about really this device, where we pick this up. I think I already said it, but this is developed all in Sweden. Very well, strong, validated, technology-wise and clinically-wise, and CE and FDA cleared. All right, so one of the beauties with this is the real-time response. So we've done large studies in looking at, what is the value of seeing your clinical data instantly as a patient. And we did one study on 1,000 females with palpitations, and we could see increased quality of life, reduced symptoms, reduced levels of depression, etc., just because you get the instant response. The other beauty of this is the accuracy. So we're the only company that really uses cloud-based smart algorithms, pattern recognition based, and we look at the P wave. So we don't do, that's the watches do, that look at pulse waves. We look at the exact high resolution data points of the ECG curve. And by doing this, our false positive rates are phenomenally low. And again, it's all really about real-time patient monitoring to do this, enabling you to prescribe this part of remote patient monitoring programs or just purely diagnostic. So really what we're trying to do here is bridging the gap, of kind of the consumer insights today. So more and more patients today coming in with consumer devices, and they need to be properly diagnosed using medical devices. So in the US, we're using this in 3 areas. One is kind of smart rhythm diagnostics. I go to my primary care cardiologist, I need to be assessed for a month, this is prescribed. Or perhaps I'm part of a chronic management program where I have chronic cardiac issues. My smart virtual care provider provides me the Coala for 6 to 12 months to constantly follow my heart. And we're also targeting post-procedural. So we're working with cardiothoracic surgeons who provide the Coala 30 days post-procedure to in real time follow the patient at home to see what's happening. All right, so the important thing here, this is a reimbursed solution. So you can use this either as an event monitor, and typically the billing is about $230 in the US for 30 days, or you can prescribe it long-term as the new Medicare remote patient monitoring codes, which recurringly will give you about $150, $200 a month. The beauty for this for the patient, that there's no surprises in billings. We only bill the provider as a company. The provider will then bill the insurance. So this helps to reduce costs. There's no surprises, as I said, for the patient, and the payers love us because we're about half the price of other solutions on the market. So again, we've been on the US market now for about 4 months. We have about 40 clinics quickly up and running. We are working with a number of big providers to make this happen. One of our key clinics is actually pretty close here in the US, in California, who has kind of merged out of their Holter and patch monitoring program and taken on the Coala full scope. But again, as I said, behind this is a very strong market technology validation. We have partnerships with Bayer, the world's largest life sciences company. We recently announced a partnership in Japan with Asahi Kasei, $20 billion company. We're expanding and doing studies in Japan. We've done a number of very well-packaged clinical evaluation and proof of concepts where we're seeing reduced costs, increased efficiency, and increased patient satisfaction through this. And the data set around this is about 32 billion data points today. Sensitivity and specificity are, of course, above 95%, so top of the class. All right, so to wrap up, we are really on a mission to help win the battle against cardiac disease. You know, everybody in here looks super healthy and happy. The honest truth is that half of us in here are going to die in a heart disease, and a quarter of us in here will die in a heart disease we had no idea we had. So if we can apply technology, help clinicians to do this, we can help to predict and prevent cardiac disease around the world. Thank you.